Hold up. Did I miss something? Or did
Hunter. Not sure if you remember me, but we met briefly before. I'm...
The witch who called me back from the grave.
Told you.
Or Nico, but either works. And this is...
Robbie Reyes. Oh man, never thought I'd be standing next to you. Got quite a rep. I mean, caretaker.
And I think you already met Blade.
Of course. Caretaker has reformed the Midnight Suns.
Whoa. How did you...
Your power. I can feel it. I always do.
So, welcome home. I guess we...
I never left.
Right. Well, we can fast forward through the tour then. The Abbey is still, well, you know, the Abbey. Basic stuff. Dorms, war room, library, a few places to chill, and, whatever the hell the Forge is. Have to say, for a haunted transient castle raised on the cursed grounds of Old Salem, it's pretty cozy. Of course, that doesn't stop us from adding some improvements. We can all thank Robbie for the Wi-Fi. Oh, and one more thing. We've got some new house guests now. You think we're a fun bunch, just wait until you meet them. Speaking of, we're here.
Yeah, okay. Spend 10 minutes in this place alone, Bruce, then see. Oh, gotta go. Show's about to begin.
You following me, Doc? Maybe you should go introduce yourself to the youngins.
I'm sure they know of the Sorcerer Supreme, and I wasn't following you.
Prophecies be damned. It's good to see that face again. You look like it was yesterday.
And you look... older. How long was I in that crypt, Sarah?
No more than a few centuries. You were... missed.
Centuries? And what of Lilith?
Fallen by your hand. Until now.
Yeah, so speaking of Lilith...
Tony?
What? The kid's literally speaking of Lilith.
Tony.
That's my name.
Tony. That's, Carol and Dr. Spooky over there. Here to help.
Help with what, exactly?
Oh, I don't know. Throwing the magic amulet into the volcano? Smiting the Dragon Mother? You tell us, kid. You are the chosen one, after all.
Do you recall anything of that last encounter, child?
There was... a voice. The rest is hazy.
Oh, a voice. That's it? A voice? That's what we have to go on?
Results of your long crypt sleep, most likely.
A minor inconvenience. Everything required to restore those memories is contained within my sanctum. I will simply alert Wanda to prepare the necessary rituals.
What? Straight to voicemail?
Some Sorcerer Supreme.
Must be mystical interference caused by this little pocket dimension of yours.
Perhaps Agatha can help.
Allow me. Alato.
Whoa, what kind of network you running there?
The all-seeing eye of Ereshkigal who judges. Bound to enchanted Babylonian soul glass.
We just call it the mirror table.
Wanda! Dark portal, pushing against the wards. Stephen, where are you?
That's impossible. Nothing on Earth could possibly affect those wards.
Wanda's in trouble.
Wanda is troubled.
I'll go.
You'll need my help, of course.
Then let us make haste, Dr. Spooky. Our hunt begins now.
There isn't time for a refresher, much less that sort of training regime. You'll have to trust that the Hunter's past experience is enough.
Taking a big risk with your chosen one.
With everything going on right now, we simply cannot afford to lose contact with the Sanctum or Wanda. You act as if I'm thrilled with the situation. If you're concerned, then...
Even given the fluctuations in the astral spectrum, I should be seeing something. Unless Bruce is right about gamma interference. Are you ready? The prophecy of the Midnight Sun does not linger, and neither should we. Lilith possesses the Darkhold. If she forced her way into my Sanctum Sanctorum once, I suspect she can do it again.
You are a Sorcerer Supreme. Can you not predict her movements?
Normally, yes. But since your mother breached the Sanctum, my sense of the future has grown volutinous in nature.
Is that another language, or...?
Fuzzy. My predictions are fuzzy. For the first time as Sorcerer Supreme, I cannot foresee how the future unfolds, and with my apprentice in danger, we cannot tarry.
Your Sanctum will survive. We shall see to that.
Indeed. The Sanctum Sanctorum has weathered its fair share of trouble over the years. Blaze storms, a few short-tempered celestials that issue with the Zoning Commission. But this time, it feels different. I do not doubt Wanda's capability, but without my predictive acumen, I cannot bolster the wards should she need it. Still, the wards are woven into the Sanctum's very essence. They should hold. In any case, all will be revealed with time. I suggest we make use of it while it still functions. We should hurry. As much as I'd love to be the first to account your exploits.
About time.
Not just about time, Mr. Brooks. Time, space, reality, the building blocks of magic. All must be constant for my portals to work properly. Yet as we now know, that is no longer the case.
We've heard.
Several times.
Otherwise, I would still be hunting dread maidens in my sleep.
Indeed. And while I certainly appreciate the view of this vista, I fail to see how it will hasten our return to the Sanctum.
Magic is the answer.
No, as I've just stated, magic is the problem.
Your magic is... not ours. The ground you are standing on exists within two worlds. A mystical anchor point to Ileana's realm that allows her to... well, I'll just let her show you.
Certain of that? Because I am sensing all kinds of...
Dark energy. That feeling you're being watched. General hellhole vibe.
Yes. All these potentialities converging at once? Truly surprising feat, Miss Rasputin. For someone so young, of course.
You think this is crazy? Wait until you see Manhattan.
From here, magic can open gateways to just about anywhere on our planet, and beyond. We don't want to risk punching through the wards protecting your sanctum, Doctor, so we've chosen a safe exit a few blocks over instead.
Hey, I'm walking here. All I ate today was a bagel.
Well, at least we know the wards of protection are still in place.
For now.
I suggest we hurry.
Arm Alpha in position. No one's getting through.
Welcome to New York.
I hesitate to call this good news, but I'm seeing minimal Hydra resistance between you and the Sanctum.
Looks can be deceiving, I'm afraid. There's no way these foot soldiers are behind the disruption of the wards of protection.
Hail that!
This should aid me in my fight.
Weak, even for Hydra.
By her command.
Lucky shot.
Your efforts will never deter me.
Arm Alpha reinforcing.
That gamma spike we detected in your area seems to be growing. Let's assume that's not a good thing.
Gamma or not, I feel the hand of my mother at work here.
Come get it. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Never seen that before. Ought to make things interesting. We're back! Payback's gonna be fun.
I won't be dispatched that easily. Wanda is calling out to me. I feel her struggle. Need to concentrate and... And I won't be doing that again. Let's give it a go. The light shines on the most dutiful.
Vampires are not the only ones who can fear you.
Let's do this! Give the mother my regards in hell.
Misguided as they are, remember, Hydra is still human, Hunter. Not Lilith.
You were saying?
The lifeblood of the mother pumps through our veins. The mother is eternal. Hydra is eternal.
Wanna bet?
Wanda!
Wards! Weakening! Cannot let them fail! Oh, God.
Exactly.
The Neighborhood Association is not going to like this.
Nope.
I'll handle it.
Not.
We do not fear your magic, little wizard. We have answered the mother's call. We are venom to all who oppose her. And you are large.
Well, that certainly escalated quickly. Do I even want to know what that beast is?
It calls itself Venom. Until now, a pale imitation of a very heroic young friend of mine.
We will feed your ugly tongue to the spider. Marinated in his stomach juices. Eat it with his spleen. Get ready.
Impressive. Prepare yourself.
That hurts!
How invigorating.
I'm on it. Your flesh! No.
You got some on me.
No one will. No fair hitting back! This house belongs to Mother. As you belong to us. We shall start with your juicy entrails, then slowly savor your delicious brains.
Are the rest of your mother's children so chatty?
Thankfully, no.
About time. Sounds to me like they just missed their mama. You are lucky to still be breathing. What? Exactly what I needed.
Look how fragile you are.
They're almost here. Hold position.
We may not be ready for this thing yet. Might be smarter to pull back until we know what we're up against here.
Yes. Surrender. Be filled.
belly with my blade, demon.
Watch close. I'm still in my prime.
Their strongest has fallen, but the fight remains. No escape from me, demon.
Hold up. We don't know what we're dealing with yet.
Hey, big guy! I was in the neighborhood. You know, being friendly. Seemed like you folks could use a hand, Doc.
Spider-Man!
Jeez, Eddie, what happened to you? That's sort of a horrifyingly terrible new look. The tongue was gross enough, but whoa! Someone is extra touchy today.
We will rip your face off and suck the marrow from your bones!
Always nice to see you too, buddy. So, I'm thinking your friends here could use a little break. How about I take Eddie here for his afternoon walk? Don't worry, Doc. That's just his way of saying he cares!
Congratulations.
New world or not, some things remain unchanged.
The look.
What look?
Boldly charging headfirst into the jaws of your enemy. Courageously risking the lives of yourself and your teammates. Just to play the hero. This is the Fire Dragon all over again.
Fire Dragoon. My memories may be fragmented, but as I recall, I killed the bastard.
And all it cost was a village.
Ah, of course. I see it now. The look.
Cut him some slack. It wasn't that simple.
It never is. Which is why I sent you to help. If Spider-Man hadn't come along today, we could have lost far more than...
Than the Sanctum?
Or Wanda.
She means I could have died. Again, putting an end to her eternal crusade against my mother.
You've been through a lot. For now, it's enough that you all made it back in one piece. more or less. We'll talk more later. Get some rest. Not to be the nagging.
Hunter, you look scathed. Hey, for what it's worth, I think you did okay out there. You got some decent hang time, even given you were wearing, what, 70, 80 pounds of chainmail? On the Stark scale of reckless yet daring heroics, I give it a solid 6 out of 10. Don't worry, you'll get there, with a little help.
And where exactly am I going?
Oh, that's the real question, isn't it? Sky's the limit for you, my friend. Unless you'd be up for wearing a space helmet. You do breathe air, don't you? You know what? It doesn't matter. I couldn't help but overhear Auntie Caretaker over there telling you to get some rest. It sounds like a good idea to me. I suppose I could keep you company on the way, seeing as our rooms are in the same direction and all. Besides, no one should be forced to walk the hallways around here alone. So, here we are. The old room, huh? It's not bad. Functional. Solid construction. Almost cozy. Love the antique furnishings from the early Mephisto collection. Full transparency, Hunter, there's another reason I asked to join you here, other than my abject terror of this entire facility. Stopped here before, while you were out. Wanted to surprise you with a nice little housewarming present. Was all set to write you a lovely welcome note, but I'm fairly certain that wasn't red ink in your quill.
But I do not have a quill.
Even better.
Relax, Tony. I simply jest. It is an ink derived of the spider lily flower. Red spider lily flowers.
Of course it was. Obviously.
With just a touch of amphibian blood for power.
Haha! Another zinger. And we'll just leave it at that. Well, I suppose I should leave before whatever monstrosity that is most definitely hiding under your bed jumps out, rips my face off, and then proceeds to feast on my soul. I'll leave you to it.
May your sleep be filled with pleasant dream.
Right back at you. Oh, and if you hear...
Hi, I'm Tony Stark, but if you're hearing this message, you already know that. When I'm not saving the world, I solve the world's problems with technological means, like the one you're holding. I call it the Spark, a secure information and communication device built only for superheroes. It does all the usual, private messages, pictures, and calls for some reason. But it also comes with access to Superlink, a private social network exclusively for your cape-wearing, world-saving compatriots. You might ask, Tony, aren't you just repurposing a failed product from your communications division? If you do, I'll revoke access and let everyone else know you're a jerk. I call it the Wonder Man rule.
We were all so happy then. My old journal. Maybe it is time I start writing in it again. We were all so happy then. There was never enough room for my armor in this thing.
Then we advance.
No! Hold the line! I can stop her! Only I can stop her!
Charlie! I know. I missed you too.
Let her enjoy the moment. She's been visiting your door every morning for the past 300 years.
Oh, it must have been so hard on her.
Not just her. I suppose that's why I might have been a little curt before.
A little?
You already made the ultimate sacrifice once. Maybe I'm in no rush to see you do it again.
We do not choose our destiny.
But we can choose to duck.
First lesson you ever taught me.
And still the most important. Especially now that you have all these eyes on you.
I have noticed.
To these people, you are a being of myth and legend. A grand hero of old. And they're right. You are a hero. But I also know the battle that rages within your soul. It's not enough that you are a hero. You need to decide what type of hero you will be. I'm sure there will be plenty of opportunity for that in the days to come. For now, I would head to the Forge. Our new guests are eager to show you something. This was a lot easier when it was just you and I beheading the Dark Legion as we traipsed through the woods.
Don't forget about Agatha.
I never could. Charlie was restless all night. I should have known something was wrong. We'll talk more later, but for now, Stark has requested your presence in the Forge. I think he has another present for you.
Good girl, Charlie.
Next thing I know, the Sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
I'm not sure we've ever had so many eager new recruits come along in such a short time. We must be doing something right.
Something about the whole alien thing threw off his mojo.
That explains so much. No wonder he gets so strange around me.
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered, well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep, I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on.
used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right. Not bad for our first collaboration.
I still think it could have benefited from a cloak.
Curious.
You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper. I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame. Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
It is nice having an arm.
Anytime. Was this... But tools are just one part of the equation. You were out, what? I'm betting you have questions.
Seen it.
What, other than my roommate? But on a more serious... Magic.
The Great Eye.
Let's just say I'll be... I feel like I'm living in one...
What sort...
Oh, that's right. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near... Sounds insane, but...
I am impressed.
From where you're standing, still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo.
You must have an
Well, just your... Pops was a founding member of the military industrial... I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my... Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel. So I did what anybody in that situation would do.
You seem well adjusted.
Exactly. Which means I find these apocalypse scenarios will say...
Is all...
Might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like... Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before
I cannot help but feel...
Well, I wouldn't take it personally. We were detecting... But yeah. Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touch... And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other.
So it is...
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car. Remember, if you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it.
That is something.
Ah, Hunter. Word? Hunter, your new attire suits you I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However...
You mean a physician of the medical...
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? So, your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than...
You did not awaken me to discuss feelings, Doctor.
Ah, yes, you mean complete your... How you feel is just as important to me as your mission, Hunter. The two are innate. I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the event. I still can't believe what transpired. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have...
Lilith's power has placed a dark...
Your words are appreciated still. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday, it was my protege, Wanda. But I am determined.
That creature on the roof.
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is... He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his...
It sounds like Spider-Man.
Of course.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection.
In your time, I'm sure you've encountered... The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly often dismissed as pseudoscience, ancient civilizations built their temples along these lines, tapping into the power. Two such lines converge at the Sanctum's location. Wanda's story is... There was an accident on the Abbey grounds. Agatha had been teaching Wanda, hoping she would learn to... As their training progressed, eventually...
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Ye Olde Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning. But Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They're using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think two can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it?
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? What have you got for me, boss? Another magical mystery box. This should be quick. Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard. Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never...
I learn faster if I understand.
I can respect that.
Can I...
Is your name real?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, look...
That...
It take...
So...
No.
What is...
It's...
Is it...
No, the hunter.
You do not...
Not yet.
How did you...
You say that like I had a
How is that...
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, don't know if that's how it always is, but that...
How long...
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rip. None.
And...
She gave...
What brought...
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back.
Did she...
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more... She gave me safe. So when she reached out and asked me to be...
Tell me about the mid...
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire...
Guess I never found...
Is that...
No, but that's all I... If I trust...
What can you tell me?
Nothing.
I'm not asking you to...
Fine. Which one?
Tell me...
She's the youngest, but...
Why let her out?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the mid...
What?
She asked, and that... Anyway.
What about Rob?
He's exactly what he said. He's open with people. Easygoing. He's quick to make friends. Anyone.
What do you...
Keeps to...
That...
She's a private person.
One dish...
At her own pace. Respect anyone.
Tell me what you think...
Well, there are a few people I tolerate. Sarah, I'd follow her to...
I am surprised.
I'm surprised that you're surprised.
I do.
Who else?
No.
Sure.
Do you have any...
I think we're the only ones, and I think we're pretty green. Speaking of training...
I am ready to train.
Fine. No pain, no gain. Caretaker could have at least left me a chair. Hunter. What's up?
I needed that. What is this? Feeling good today, girl?
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding, Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
The Venom creature surprised me before. He will not do so again.
That thing's tougher than a flirkin' furball. You better steer clear of him and his creepy slime shield for a while. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've gotta find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've gotta know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Just how far are you willing to go, Captain?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if need be.
Quantum... what?
You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Hey.
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say gamma?
Yes,
Ow. The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Wait, you're being serious?
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a Central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive encryption, net transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with The big old green guy?
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
The two of us on the mean streets of New York? Evildoers beware.
It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire...
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty normal for you. Probably can scratch abandoned off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps a more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
I need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
I always considered Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you.
Time's up for these chumps.
Hail that!
Come, kid.
I am impressed.
Here we go.
Never surrender.
Hey, that hurt.
Not slow me down.
They just don't know when to quit.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected spirit. I'll put this to good use. Watch me.
So that's how that works. Take this.
Maybe you should teach me that one. Watch close.
They cannot possibly match your strength. Weak, even for Hydra.
We will never forsake her.
I will make you suffer for that.
They're almost here. Hold position.
Is it possible he somehow stabilized the rate of decay within the particles themselves? How else could he be achieving such a high yield?
I don't know, Bruce. I'll be sure to ask him when we're done punching out the bad guys.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. You are lucky to still be breathing. Now that was something.
We're losing ground.
Perhaps Faustus's device is worth further study. If you wouldn't mind, Carol, I'd prefer it if you and your supernatural associates not...
Smash it?
Yes.
see why so many fear your strength.
Go, now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Get her!
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Is that truly your best?
Ready up.
How invigorating.
One more.
That's a neat trick.
Let's do it. Think I can punch through a moon now?
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Payback's gonna be fun.
As long as I get to hit you back.
We are not out of this yet.
We are immovable.
preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you. There is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
No half.
You don't have to show off for me, Blade.
One less thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydras.
Let us see if they have an answer for this.
You're done. Let's do this.
Never surrender!
That's not right.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
Here it comes. Even the best can get better. Get some. It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
In the light. This shall be of great help.
I'm back!
Barely a scratch.
You are not ready for me.
These delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them. It's about...
I think you got him.
Is that all?
force to be reckoned with.
We've done it!
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate, full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier. That one, almighty. Something, something. Gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves? Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid, you do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The eternal spirits of vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
I should rest. Another time. Let me see. How did this work again?
Should save that one for Hydra. Come on, Hunter, I know you're awake in there. You just replied to me. Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later, Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapon stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
Despite almost getting blown up, it seems you did pretty well out there. Maybe there's hope. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites. I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
Sorry.
It was bad, but look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Makes me hate her even more. I just learned to bury it. I'm kidding. Enough about her. So, the first thing... Can we do it again? So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How?
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. Of everything.
That's not...
No, think of it like this.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much...
Just what you should.
You're always free to add.
I had some questions.
Sure. But first, the basics.
Can you tell me how?
It's, blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it.
What about the word?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish.
I had some... If...
Not like,
I had some...
Were
you all heroes?
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got... First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to...
What?
We ran, but eventually... You know.
Who was...
At first, Chase with his mad science gear. Molly, our pint-sized power. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I... And Alex...
Where are you?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien... After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. As for Alex,
I should get going.
good.
I'm glad to see you.
Fascinating.
Looks like you're finding your...
What?
Things are moving at a frantic pace.
To stand still.
You got that one from Agath. I am sorry. I should have had...
What?
Fierce, or maybe just kind to a...
The loss could not have been easy.
Thank you for that. Agatha died. Wanda's abilities were...
Agatha...
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her body. So I did what needed to be done. I sent one. I know the others still harbor.
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. You were
I like to believe that. Especially... Wanda. I conjured a small shrine to act... You should pay... Couldn't...
Agatha!
You always did have the most just like your mother. Maybe that... To commune with...
Is this a trick of...
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just... I actually find it quite...
You are dead.
Always straight...
You seem strangely at ease.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to...
And what have you...
Meet me by the cave.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more... Ominous-looking portal is known as a Bloodgate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, Caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I shall.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear. As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at least her idea of one.
I am impressed. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Your time has come. You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandoned you. The light will heal you. Leave some for the rest of us.
Compared to our girl, these hellhounds are nothing but mindless beasts. Don't hesitate to strike. They certainly won't.
Now that was something. Feel my call.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
The two of you. Your lineage follows an... And if you call upon them, they won't work miracles for you. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier?
Goddess of Order approves.
Of course it was. This area is particular. That's why the Elder God... And why our sanctuary here has remained all... And now I'm Why don't you come see me? Oh, and... Let's keep this... Good night.
Is this thing on? Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge. Thank you. Strange out.
Hunter, just in time. His royal weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to. Hunter, if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss. What have you got for me, boss? Got some upgrades for you, hot off the press. Or forge. How long did you say you were exposed to this thing? It's probably fine.
Always a pleasure.
Let's do this. See you around. Later. All right, then.
If Hydra is now working to...
And you?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. Of course. I have no doubt. I just wonder...
I would be highly
With all due respect, Hunter, that, for one thing, it's very, very... Besides, I need...
And why is that?
Right now, with the... If I
look forward.
Me too. Approach the anvil, Hunter. How may the Sorcerer Supreme assist you? By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians... To be fair, it does look interesting, at least.
Hey, Hunter, got a sec to spare?
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since... ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
Oh man, sometimes when I have... That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12... Also, he's not allowed inside after the...
I am the Scourge of the Lilin. My name is...
Damn, Hunter! You talk the same kind of smack that he does. Okay, let's do this.
I will head to the... when you and Sparky trade places...
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire.
Hunter, ready to get your burn on?
Like playing with fire, huh?
Hunter, report to the war room. We've got a mission.